Auto Fire Power Hour is brought to you by the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. On February 4th and 5th, 2017, thousands of retro game fans will descend upon the Ontario Convention Center. Check out panels, play free arcade games. There will be giveaways, live music, photo ops, and of course, a ridiculous amount of retro games and systems for sale from vendors. For more info and to purchase tickets, check out SoCalRetroGamingExpo.com. SoCalRetroGamingExpo.com.
Loading screens. That's something that never gets old. Welcome to the Auto Fire Power Hour. We're doing a Let's Play of Bust-A-Move 2, Arcade Edition, for the Sega Saturn, and we have a very special guest with us today. Someone who I've built up to be king of the mountain when it comes to Bust-A-Move.
We shall see.
Yeah, so we have Quan here from, he's the owner, the proprietor, the whip cracker, as it were, at arcadeworks.net. Quan, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good. You got that correct?
Good. I nailed it on the first go. I'm a one-take Johnny.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Right. the technical kind.
Yeah, we only deal in half-truths here.
Right. So, Quan, you... now, I brought you in special for this because you have a very particular attachment to this series, and we'll dive into that a little bit more when we get into the podcast. But before we go, why don't you give us a quick... What's the longest run of matches you've played in a Bust-A-Move before?
Over 200 straight matches.
That's fucking incredible.
It was... we were playing at my friend's house. He's got an Egret 2 with the Neo board in there.
Right, that's an arcade cabinet for those listening that aren't too privy. But continue.
And we're playing the original Puzzle Bobble, which is Bust-A-Move in Japan and everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like,
Except
as a joke, let's just play to like 99 wins. I was like, okay.
Yes.
And then we played till 99. Whoever got 99 wins.
And then it took about 200 to get to 99.
Yeah, I mean, we both played, whoever gets to 99, obviously it's less than 200.
Right, yeah.
But we wanted to know if it rolled over.
Oh, okay. You were trying to break the machine.
Yeah,
as it were.
it didn't roll over. It stuck at 99.
That's so cool.
So,
Okay, so the way we're going to set this up is Quan's going to be player 2 on the right, and Ray and I are on the left, and we're going to take turns losing violently. That's my guess. If for some act of God or nature, one of us beats Quan, you may hear a slight audio explosion. But I do not think that's in the cards. So without further ado, let's just get going here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't played in a while, so...
That's cool.
Well, that's probably a lot, not as much time since the last time I played. So I would go to option mode and set this up for best of 5.
Okay. I like that. A little bit of a chug load there.
Or match point 3.
Match point 3. Okay. Everything else is good.
Yep.
All right. Exit. 2X or 2?
Regular 2.
Yeah.
Regular
just
2? Okay, so the 2X, the difference is a little bit more than just graphical, though.
Yeah, so you have different sort of, they're not necessarily spheres, but like whatever units you want to call those, there's some different...
gems, maybe
yeah,
we can call them
gems,
gems.
right.
Gem bubbles.
Graphically, there's different gems. There's a whale and rainbows and stuff,
Okay.
but they also do have slightly different effects.
Gotcha. All right, so we'll do player versus player here. I'm first to die.
Yep.
We'll just do normal.
Yeah.
And here comes the countdown. This is where we rock and roll. So, Quan, maybe as you're killing us here, if you can think of some handy strategy tips that we can give the people, which I think is it's kind of really nice of us to do that, considering back in the day you'd have to pay $1.99 per minute to get this kind of information.
That is true. So, I mean, one of the impulses is just to pop every single bubble you can.
Yeah, that's how I do
Right.
it.
So, like, see these purples right here.
Right.
You don't want to pop those immediately.
Just build those up.
You want to build it up.
Okay.
Because you want to drop as many as possible on the other guy.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
kill me. See, my tendency is always to just try to clear it as fast as I can.
You do that, as part of self-preservation, but you gotta, keep in mind that you don't send bubbles to the other side unless you're dropping more than 3 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bigger picture at play.
So, like here, I'm in self-preservation mode.
See, I'm already gonna lose mode right now.
Yeah.
Oh, missed,
So
missed
see that
it.
the purples are still there.
Yeah.
So now it's a good time to pop it.
Okay. And we're dead.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You started
Only the
off
first
strong.
round.
You started off
What
strong.
what this is called right now is me getting my heat.
So
okay?
like, see these black ones.
Yes.
You want to pile these up real fast before the black one shows up.
Right, but you want to leave a space to knock in a thing.
Yeah, but you also don't want to get too greedy.
I'm getting very greedy right now.
Because like someone will do something like a cock block move and block the whole thing.
Gotcha. Okay, that just happened to me.
If they drop it right in front of you.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. If they drop it, it blocks your only exit out of that mess.
Okay, passage time, 22 seconds. That's a 22-second kill shot. All right, we'll go in again. All right, so I'm looking for something to build up on. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with this orange here. Nope.
So leading up to this, I thought that I might actually have a chance,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm automatically starting to think that there was no chance.
Yeah, I basically brought in a ringer, but it's not really to my advantage to have the ringer here because he's currently beating me.
Yeah. So what Quan you just said, I've always thought about doing. And, like
Just
that
never
would be a
putting it-
really good idea.
Yeah.
But then watching you actually do it, I was like, I have never done that.
Yeah,
So-
I've never done it ever before either.
Done what?
Build up like a fuck you pile.
Yeah.
To send more over.
Yeah.
That was my defeat, by the way. We've switched.
Yep.
So the killing can continue.
Ray is now playing and ready to.
Okay.
There's that.
Yeah. So you went from setting something up to having it immediately taken away from you.
I think he was ready for me.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So,
This is going bad.
as far as ports go, this Saturn version is pretty damn solid. Like, I really can't. I don't have the discernible eye enough to be able to say if there's anything wonky with the port. It seems pretty dead on.
I would say it's pretty good, except for the aspect ratio.
Okay.
It's a little squished compared to the Neo Geo version, but that's like a minor criticism of the game.
Right.
It's
We could be playing far worse versions of Busted
man,
Move right now.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like
Dead
Snood,
right there.
for example.
yes.
So that's actually a good thing to bring up. I think most people in the general public have actually played this game in the form of Snood
Yeah.
more than they have maybe the actual,
Yeah, and that's something that we'll dive deeper into, I'm sure, when we do the actual podcast about Busted Move
I
series.
do want to
But-
point out I just lasted a whole lot longer than you the last round.
Well, I would insert a "That's what she said," but I'm far above it. Far above that kind of move.
Are you?
No, I am not.
It's like, what are you talking about? That's my favorite joke.
It's timeless.
Actually, that's probably my only joke.
No, you always Quan's eating good tonight is a perennial favorite of mine.
Oh.
Perennial. I can't even fucking say the word.
Well, that's not even my joke. I stole that from Futurama.
Of course.
Jesus.
But you
Christ.
steal a lot of your life philosophy from that show, and that's understandable.
Yes, that's like the best show ever.
All right, Ray. So you have one more to go. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and.
Say that I'm not going to win it.
Yeah, and if I had some money to bet in this situation, I would most certainly bet against you. But I don't want that to take away from how I view your character. See the swirly Dan background back there. That's something I don't remember from the Neo Geo version. Does that do that? Does it have that weird scroll?
That's a good question.
I don't think it does.
I don't think I pay attention to the backgrounds enough
Right,
in this
'cause you're-
game because I'm focused on the game.
Yeah, you're focused on
The only
murder.
backgrounds I do pay attention to are the ones that blend in with the bubbles that make it hard to see.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So that background is almost the exact same background used on the Darius game on the Saturn for one of the
Darius Gaiden.
for one of the mid levels.
Yeah, it does look exactly like that. I know the one that you're talking about. Okay. So I have learned nothing from Quan here, but that's because he's relentless in his killing.
Yeah, so my point of saying that is it could be Saturn related and just be part of the library that Sega passes out in their kit. I would be curious to find that out. I'll never find that out.
Right.
But that was my first thought.
Well, I definitely appreciate when ports go the extra mile and do things that kind of differentiate it.
Then again, the Cloud Scroll, you're getting absolutely murdered. The Cloud Scroll is in the arcade.
Yeah, that's in there for sure. So yeah, I actually, of all the Busted Move games, I still like the original and the best. I don't really know why. It's just kind of that was the first one that I played, and my go-to when I want to play a bust-a-move game.
Right. Quan, I'm kind of interested. When was your? I mean, what was your first experience with this game?
I mean, I want to say I probably played it in the arcade, the original, Puzzle Bobble.
Okay.
But I didn't play a whole lot of it up until I think probably maybe middle school or something, when my friend bought this game for the PlayStation.
Okay.
And we played it like all day long.
All right.
And that's part of where I learned to get good at this game. Is we literally just played it all day
Forever.
long.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
put the nose to the grindstone. I don't think I've gotten more. I don't think I've lasted more than 30 seconds.
I think that last round, although I think Quan was kind of toying with you.
He was distracted by.
I think that was a good 45 seconds.
I'll take it. I will take it.
When did you first play this game, Brian?
Oh God. I'm gonna have to think about that. I might have to save that one for the actual podcast because I actually don't remember.
Okay.
I feel like it's just kind of always been there, always been a part of my life.
So
Fuck.
we, in our Christmas episode, we talked about the best and the most disappointing of Christmases.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's your turn to die, by the way.
and I will with great ease.
Yes.
So one Christmas, I got a game that I thought would be disappointed in,
Right.
but was not, and that was this game. So I actually got. I think it came out on the Saturn in around '96, because I think it was ported to the Saturn as soon as it came out, or very shortly after.
Yeah, I remember it being like in the arcades and then like available for a bunch of systems. It just felt like at that time it was. They knew that they had like a very very sellable game on their hands.
Yeah. Well, this actually probably might be ported more. I would say it was probably assuredly ported more than the Puzzle Bobble series.
Man, that's good. Well, yeah, if you consider home consoles and stuff like that, I would imagine just like how fractured like the computer games market was in Japan, that it might be more than we're aware of. But this is definitely the more lasting, Bob and Bub franchise. That's for sure.
I mean, I want to say it's hard to compare because they came from different eras. The original Puzzle Bobble, the single screen platforming game was out in the Nintendo era when they were very draconian with publishing the same game on different platforms.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time this game was out, those policies were long gone.
Right. Or they were at the very least they were laxed. And
Yeah.
people were able to
Like
to game
Nintendo
them.
couldn't tell everyone like, okay, Bust a Move is only on Nintendo systems
Right.
now. They couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah. So anyway, so I got this for Christmas. I had asked for Panzer Dragoon Zwei.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's how I pronounce it.
Well, you show a great deal of respect towards
Yes.
Panzer Dragoon and its native Deutschland heritage.
Of which it doesn't have any, except for some Japanese guy going,
Zwei sounds cool.
yeah,
Let's do it.
this sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds tough. Dragons.
Let's go with it. But I didn't get that because I think Bust a Move 2 was on sale.
Right.
And we went over many times how I grew up poor, and on sale items are typically called Christmas presents.
Yeah,
in my
I do know
house.
that one. Well, this is more. I mean,
But I got it, and I remember being so disappointed. I just got totally crushed by you.
well, as expected.
Good game, sir.
Well, I got close to losing it. Like,
No.
at the end.
I doubt
was
it.
Mildly concerned.
Well, there you go. I'll take that.
All right.
Take that as a win.
We're gonna call this one the last of the Mohicans, and it's for all the beans. So if I win this one, Quan, I get full rights to all of your enterprises.
Really?
Yep.
High stakes.
By appearing on our show, you've agreed to the rules,
High stakes.
and that's it.
So, just wrap up my
Yeah.
story. So, like, I was really disappointed. I ended up plugging it in, and I was like, just got addicted, right? I was a lot better at this at one point. I just want to put that out there.
Right.
But what's funny is because that happened at Christmas, I had some of my relatives see it, and they wanted to play, and then others wanted to play. And so for the period of like 1996 to 2001 when I left to college, this was a staple in my family every Christmas.
That's so awesome.
We would have a Bust a Move 2 tournament.
Christmas Bust a Move.
Yes. To see who was the champion.
Well, for as good as Panzer Dragoon's Vi is, and it is really good, this is like an infinitely better Christmas gift because you're just going to play this a lot more than you would that game.
Wrong.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, I mean, the beauty of this
Most
game,
people would.
Yes,
Most people would.
The beauty of this game is that it's really simple to pick up. There's like no weird mechanics
Well, it's like
you gotta think about.
Yeah, and it's like 100% gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how do you teach someone how to play this?
Hey,
Match up 3 color bubbles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to look at it, and then people will play it.
yeah, you watch one game and you know what's going on.
Right. Let's see. I'm actually lasting here, Ray. I might become a mogul just yet.
Yeah, so this game, the current version we're playing on is not the original that I owned, but I ended up treating that thing like gold, just because it was so valuable to my family for a while.
You had to represent it and have it.
Like, this has to work.
Right.
And in fact, I actually bought the version we're playing now before this past Christmas.
Just so you could have it ready to go.
Yeah, to reignite the flame.
That's
right?
awesome.
But I couldn't find a second Saturn controller before Christmas, so I didn't even introduce it.
You didn't want to even like dangle the carrot.
No, sure didn't.
See, I always like find myself. As soon as I get junk on my screen, like I immediately move from what I was doing to like frantically trying to figure out where I should go next.
Yeah,
and I never get there in time.
You have to adapt quickly.
Whew. All right, Ray. Well, we've proven one concrete truth, and that is we are not as good at Bust-A-Move than Quan is. So
No, absolutely not.
we will sadly watch this continue countdown go to 0, because that's how I feel right now on the
We
inside.
should 15 straight games.
It was about 15 straight games that you just won there. All right, so stay tuned. We're gonna have more about the Bust-A-Move series in an upcoming podcast. But for now, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I'm gonna throw this out as a plug because we never do it. But we have a Facebook. You should go and check it out. Give us a like. Put any feedback you have for us there, or send us presents. We love presents.
Yes.
God damn it, I love presents.
Yes, presents. We'll take it all.
Yeah.
So you can search on Facebook for AutoFirePowerHour.com. You can find us on Twitter at AutoFirePowerHour, and the hour is just an HR, right? So
yes.
there you go. A little
Very
confusing,
exciting.
but
And Quan, do you have a plug, right? You have a website.
Yeah, arcadeworks.net.
That's arcadeworks.net. It is the home of the Omega consoleized MVS. If you are a Neo Geo fan, it's basically gotten to a point now where it is an essential thing that you have to own. So check it out if you're interested in that, and we will see you guys on the next one.